say nothing, get money, your hobby. Made it out the struggle, my hustle, I got it. Came out the mud, ain't no dirt on my product. Young dope dealer selling dope, is you like that? Kicking doors, kicking in doors, is you like that?
Yo, what's good? Another week. The 6-week critical block has begun. So the last 2 days just been flat out, really working through my own content, getting things planned for the whole of May as well. Oh my god, that dog. So this morning I had a couple of calls with current clients. I was also working through my own content. I'm also prepping for a uni assessment which we have tomorrow. It should be okay, it's just a presentation, so I'm happy enough with that. Yesterday I was working through client ads, getting them ready to go live. But yeah, the critical block is going well. I think I said last time, everything's planned out, it's all road mapped out, all good. We know what we need to do, it's just a case of doing it now. And that actually leads me on quite nicely to a topic that I want to talk about today. So one thing that I think is absolutely huge that a lot of people forget about, both in business and in their life, is planning. It's actually mad. Whether that's making a certain amount of money a month, whether that's getting to a certain fitness level, whether that's getting to a certain weight, whether that's just becoming a better person. So many people have these ideas of things they want to become and want to be, but no one actually takes the steps, or even takes the steps in creating the steps that they need to get there, which is just mad. Like, that is absolutely mental. How are you supposed to get from X to Y to Z without having a plan in place? It's actually insane. And I do realise that that's something that I maybe didn't have in place until the last sort of 2 to 3 months. I was sort of working without an end goal. There was no end goal, there was no goal. It was just, oh, I'll see if this works. What sort of an attitude is that? What sort of an attitude is it if you're training for a marathon and you never take the steps towards running the 42k or the 26 mile? You just hope that you're able to do it on the day. But no one who wants to do well in a marathon is going to do that. So why do people do it? Even something as simple as for their days. People don't plan out their days. How do you not plan out your day? How do you just say you want to get a certain amount of work done, whether that's uni work, business work, whatever? How can you not have a plan on how to do that? And I used to be like this all the time. Like, I just wake up and be like, oh, I'll have to do that today, without ever thinking about how I'm going to navigate my way to doing it, if that makes sense. So as I said, there's going to be a theme each week on these episodes where I'm going to maybe talk about a theme. And this week is obviously planning. I just think it's really important that, as I say, if it's your business, if you're wanting to scale your business, if you're wanting to generate more revenue, but you don't have a plan on how you're going to do that, and it's understandable if you don't get what you should be doing, but that's when you need to get someone to help you. That's when you need to look outside of your business or get someone in that's going to actually help you reach your goal if you're not sure how to do it. But to sit and not have a plan or a strategy at all is just mind-boggling, because you're never going to reach your goal with that sort of mindset.
Run that back a little bit. Cook the dog, let me cook it, yeah. Jockin' ass out the bush, yeah. Go see, go sing, yeah. Gold diggers I deserve, yeah. A gang about purse, yeah. I did it off one.
Lads, you actually couldn't write it. I was chatting last year about having a plan and the importance of having a plan, because if you have an end goal and you don't have a plan or a way to get there, you're fucked, basically. Which, of course, is true. Stand by it. But I think the gods sent to me, someone above, something said to me, you know what, Adam, you're right, but you need to learn today that you can have a plan and it can go absolute tits up. So yesterday when I was chatting to you, I just finished my morning block and then had my lunch, took the dog out as well. So I've started taking a longer break in the afternoon, because I find that slump after lunch is just impossible to deal with. Even though you should be able to just sit down and work, sometimes it's not that easy. I take that break and then I came back to work and nothing would work. My laptop was freezing like crazy, like screen was glitching and stuff. Nothing would upload to Instagram. I wanted to put up an Instagram story, no chance. My storage was fucked up, so it was like, it wasn't partly my doing. One of the dogs out the back was howling and barking like crazy, so every time I tried to video, it was just going mad. But I've really been working on myself to not let external events and things like that piss me off. And I think I've improved greatly in the last sort of year, 6 months, whatever. I've improved a lot, like an awful lot. But that just really, really got me wound up. And then I had a call with someone else while I was already wound up. And that annoyed me even more. And I came off the call and all I wanted to do was work. And I couldn't work properly. And then eventually everything got fixed. Everything was working okay. But my head was just still so fried. Like so fucked for like 2 hours. It was so weird. So as much as I really have been trying to not let those externals get to me, sometimes it just builds up so much. You get so fucking stressed. But it was just so ironic what I was talking about. And I put up a story saying about how great it is to take a break during the day. And then I couldn't even get back to work until like 6. It was fucking... Yeah, it's a funny thing. It is a funny thing because I had my plan for the day and it got absolutely shafted. But it doesn't really matter in the whole scheme of things. It really doesn't matter. But in that moment, I was so like twisted. My head was just gone, like completely gone. I couldn't even get back to work. And since then, I've really been trying to analyse what I was doing and why I got on like that and what I did wrong. Because obviously I did. I let things get to me. Obviously, a lot of things happened that were annoying, but I really had to just stay calm, realise what was going on. But I couldn't. In that moment, I really felt like I couldn't because I knew what I was doing and I knew what was going on, but it was just mad. So, yeah, I've really reflected on that over the last 24 hours, but I don't want to dwell on it. So I've reflected on it. Hopefully when things start to stress me out like that, and because I had a lot to do, and that was just really stressing me out. And obviously having a business and having people to do things for and do things for yourself is really stressful, and it can be a lot on your shoulders sometimes, and I just really let it get to me. So hopefully the next time something like that happens, I'm able to stay zen and all good. But yes, today then I had an assessment in uni. Went well. So we're 2 down, 4 to go now in this block, the critical block I'm calling it. We're nailing it. Slight setback for 2 hours yesterday, but it really, in the whole grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. It's done. It's over. We know what to do going forward. And then, yeah, got a load of work done today. Today was crazy productive, actually. Today was sick. Today was a really good day. I'm really tired. It's 9:45. We're up very early for the gym in the morning. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Like, meal prepping just makes me so happy. Look at that. Oh, yes. Call me boring like, but that is a goat level lunch. Yo, come here. As you can see, on a walk with the dog here. It's just after lunchtime. I'm using my phone as a mic. I don't know if it'll work. It's a bit windy. I wanted to have a very, very quick chat, a bit of a follow-on from yesterday. Like today, just again, things are cropping up and people are switching meetings and switching things, and like, it's fine. That's the way business is. That's the way life is. Like, things are always going to change like that. I just get really bothered by time. So let's say I set aside 4 hours for working and I only do like an hour and a half's worth of work, 2 hours worth of work. I just feel so insufficient. Rusty, come on. Yeah, I think, like, for example, I train first thing in the morning. I wake up, if I'm going to the gym or if I'm running, I wake up, hit the ice bath, and I'm in the gym half an hour after I wake up. So say I'm up at 5:45, I'm in the gym at 6:15. And I've done that really strict for the last few months. There's a lot of content out there that's really not triggered me. It's really resonated with me that, like, you don't want to lie to yourself and that sort of shit. And if you set the alarm for 5:45, you're getting up at 5:45. But if I'm up in the middle of the night, or I'm struggling to get to sleep or whatever, you just have a bad night's sleep every so often, and I'm like, right, I'm going to end up getting like 6 hours sleep here. I have the freedom here to be able to lie on an extra hour, get up at 7, do my shit then, and start work a bit later. And so although that in theory is the right thing to do, it really wrecks my head, because it makes me feel like I fucked up my morning and wasted my morning, and I should have done an hour's more worth of work, and then it's just fueling that insufficiency even more. And that probably sounds ridiculous, but it's just what your head does to you. Like, I want to be dialed in all the time and do that shit, but there's no point in getting a 5.5 hours sleep when you can get like 7 if you've got a big day ahead of you, which of course, but then I still feel like such shit about it. This morning I didn't get to sleep till sort of 11:30 or 12, and instead of getting up at 5:45, I got up at 6:30 and changed that in the middle of the night. And then you see content and you see people talking that you're like lying to yourself if you do that and all, and like you're just building that self-image that you are insufficient. But the more I've been thinking about dissonance and that sort of thinking, the more I realise it's everywhere. So you think you could be fully capable of something, but then there's always that doubt. That's dissonance. Or you want to be mates with someone but you can't be arsed, or you want to focus on the gym but you also want to focus on running. Like, there is dissonance everywhere. And I think in my head, like, having two completely opposite opinions about one thing in my head was always like something you needed to fix, because it's just foolish and not right. But I think it is sort of part and parcel of life. Those doubts and that dissonance that I'm talking about is maybe something that is going to be there, but maybe it's not you or your full belief. I'm not sure. I suppose it's just about getting clear on what you want and fully committing to that. But yeah, I actually had a very good day of work this morning, despite things being switched about and stuff, so I'm pretty positive. I've got a meeting here in about 40 minutes with a potential client for their e-com store for content and ads, so I'm quite looking forward to that. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. I'm trying something a little bit different in terms of my sales call as such, but I'll check in with you after anyway. Just off the call with that e-com guy that I was talking about, really cool guy, selling charms and jewellery, mainly based out in Asia, and really chill, really cool. And yeah, it went really, really well. Talked through a number of different options, fully understand his business, fully understand his concerns, brought that into it, and yeah, he's really keen to work. So that call went really well. Just ran him through where he is, really who his target audience are, and if I thought I could help and how I think I can help, which I think is really the big thing in terms of sales, like actually applying it to them, whereas so long ago I was awful at it. But yeah, it's pretty cool, looking good. Just waiting to receive payment to confirm and lock in. And the great thing is he wants to start May to June sort of time, so it's pretty perfect for me. Obviously we've got this block, but it means we know that's there, and that's good, and we're going to keep moving. Did all we could, did well, and was really positive. Gave the guy Krishna a lot of clarity, so pretty happy with that. An hour and a half more of work, and then it is triathlon club swim training, which is absolutely shit. It is so bad, like it is just horrible. I'm just going to be trying not to vomit the whole time. I was going to say I am looking forward to it, but I'm not. Oh, what's the crack? Last night I had swim training. It was actually a really good session. I felt class. My feet and calves and legs and everything were cramping like insane, and today they've been aching, like they're so sore. So I plan to do a short run tonight, and then a long run on Sunday to basically decide if I'm going to be doing the marathon in 2 weeks or not. Sort of like an all-out fucking let's just go for it and see what happens. So that is still the plan, but my calf is in bits, and I think there's some sort of weakness or something in that shin and calf, and they're all making up for each other. I don't fucking know. But yeah, had that last night. The plan for this evening is to meet a couple of the boys, go for a short run, and then a sea dip, because as I say, it's a cracking day. Then earlier on today I had uni for a couple of hours, stuff about dissertation, which is actually really interesting. I've come up with a really good idea, I think, for my dissertation.
to do with like influencer marketing and how it pisses off old people. I was talking to my mum about it last night, and it sort of came into my head. And then I asked a couple of different people, like aunties and uncles, and they were all saying it pisses them off so much. Like if someone they're watching on YouTube or Spotify or whatever starts talking about a product, they sort of see it like a huge sellout. Like how dare they? But I think people in our generation, in my generation, don't really think like that. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for dissertation. I think that's really interesting because it has that sort of consumer psychology side as well as actual influence marketing, which is so powerful. Then as well as that, I was prepping for a wee meeting there, which I've just finished. It was with one of my clients. I'm running ads for them, and something that we were talking about in the mentorship a couple of weeks ago was the importance of communication with clients and how key it is because it can cause so many issues. And I was running ads for 2 weeks. There wasn't really very much back and forth about it. We were just letting them run and testing, and I was doing my thing. And then I sort of realised maybe we do need communication because I have a monthly like metrics meeting with them, and I've been texting back and forth and sending results and stuff, but I wasn't really getting that much feedback, if you know what I mean. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just like get him on a call and really run through everything. So I was prepping that this afternoon, and our results are class. Like our ROAS has doubled in 2 weeks worth of ads, so it's sick. So results are really good, but for some reason I was a bit nervous about it. Like I was a bit hesitant, but it's that whenever you're not in constant contact and you don't know what that person's thinking. But yeah, meeting went well, lovely guy. All it takes is communication and a plan, and so we've planned out the next month. Just really ran him through what exactly it is that I'll be doing on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and I think that gives him a lot more clarity too. It sort of seems simple, but it's just like the basic things that really do make the difference. Oh, do feel a cold coming on, which isn't good, but if I do enough cold exposure, it won't come on. I promise. I live by that. I used to be a cunt who got so sick. Since I started doing ice baths every day, I've been sick once in like 6 months. That more like 7 months, 8 months. Like that is unheard of for me. You don't understand. Yes, 2 more ad scripts today, and then that's my work done for today. Just gonna chill a little bit and then grind all weekend. So buzzing. Let's go. Yo boys, down on the ground. It's Sunday morning. We're buzzing. We're B Rusty. She's buzzing as well, aren't you? We are fucking flying today. Yesterday was a tough enough wee day. She wasn't feeling great, but I was just trying to get through things and had a lot of filming to do for all of May's content. So I had a lot of that to work through, and I didn't completely get it done. So I was a bit demoralised, but it was all good. Things were ticking along still, even though I wasn't feeling great. And then I relaxed last night. I actually had a class barbecue, wee beer, then watched the film, and then had a really good night's sleep. So I'm feeling a lot better this morning, and I was working through things, seeing exactly what needed done today, getting pretty fired up. And I hear from one of my current clients, asked him for a bit of feedback in terms of sales, because a lot of his inquiries are sent to him through text and stuff like that, and we were looking at how many sales we've got for him in the last 6 weeks. And I was asking him for this because this is going to be the basis of my new ad strategy as real good social proof. So I knew it was going to be good, but he let me know that over the last 6 to 8 weeks we've generated 100K's worth of sales. So absolutely wild, over the moon with that, buzzing. And then 5 minutes later, check my phone, and we signed the client I was talking to on Thursday, another ecom brand. So that is really, really good, doing their ads. Initially not dealing with content, but hopefully going forward then we'll be able to take on their content as well, because then that way we can improve and iterate on the ads so much more when we have full control of that. But they're actually just a startup, so it's really, really exciting, really cool. And then Friday night I was out for a run, short run, like 6k. I was shandies about that, but my shin just can't hack it. It was doable when I was doing it, but since it's Sunday now, so the last 48 hours has just been pretty fucked. So the marathon's in 2 weeks today. What I'm going to do is forget about trying to run or trying to make it better, and even forget about swimming too, because swimming really fucked up my calf. Just take it easy for this week, train in the gym, and then if it comes around to 2 weeks time and the shin's okay, I'll just say fuck it and do the marathon. It'll be brutal because I'm not prepared for it, but I'll just get it done if I can. So that's the plan. Not even going to dwell on it anymore. I have 2 client shoots this week, one tomorrow morning, all ready to go, all planned. It'll maybe be about 2 hours, so I will maybe vlog a little bit of that in next week's episode. Take us along to that, because that's something I really want to do, sort of show that behind the scenes. Then another client, product photography, product videography, to run as their ads, because we've been making iterations over the last few weeks and we know what we need to get. Really looking forward to start digging deeply into the dissertation topic, because I really like that. I think it'll be good. I hope this episode was a lot better. I think it was. It's going to take me a bit longer to edit this evening, but sure, of course it will. Lots to be at today. Really motivated, really buzzing, to be honest. So yeah, let's keep going. So yeah, week 1 out of 6 of this deep block is done. Buzzing with it, like really, really pleased. And yeah, roll on the next. It's going to be tough, but just ready to smash it, to be honest, and see where we're at in 6 weeks' time, because it's just going to be sick.